Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Jam Chemistry. We're going to be seeing chemistry. So, we are going to continue our series on acid, bases, and salts. And in the previous episode, we began looking into the uses of what of some acids, right? And we are going to touch down on another set today. We are going to look at the uses of boric acid, H3BO3. I want to look at that of citric acid, C6H8O7. Also, we're going to look into the uses of tartaric acid, C4H6O6, and the uses of fatty acids. Fatty acids. All right. So these are what I'm going to look at exclusively on this video. In the next episode, we're going to be looking at the use of some bases. All right. But do not forget that this video tutorial, of course, is brought to you by the O3 School Jam CBT Practice app. All right. It is available on both Android phones, on both PC, and soon to come on iPhones, right, on iOS. All right. So it is the best CBT Practice app that you may want to have on your phone. Right. It has all the past questions, recent and past, recent, new ones, old ones that have been set in JAM. The app is complete. There's a study mode, there's a practice mode, there's a mock mode, there's an exam mode. You can test yourself in any of these modes, right? And of course, there's a very wonderful feature called the UTME challenge. It's a challenge that has been conducted by us for all students participating in JAM for the current year. All right. So that challenge comes every week. So after that challenge, you see your score, and of course, because you are competing, you are winning prizes. But the prize is not the main reason why we do this challenge. The main reason is because you are going to see your score. So once you see your score per subject, by your four combination, right, you can be able to see your weaknesses and your strengths, and you'll be able to what to work on your weaknesses, because you already know that in this chemistry I'm very good, but physics is lacking, so let me go and work on physics. Know that. So this channel has all has tutorial for all words, for all subjects. So please do not be found wanting. Get that app immediately. Go to Play Store, download, right, and start what practicing. If you want to download for the PC, right, just visit https ps, right, o3schools.com/jam app. All right. So if you visit this link, on your PC, open your computer, right? Open your computer, go to any browser, visit this link. It will direct the app for you automatically. All right. So that you can be able to activate. Know also that activation fee has jumped from 2,500 naira to 3,000 naira. So activation is one time. Once you activate, it remains activated for life, right? So please join the queue right now and download this app, and of course you will see that what you made a very good decision. But also I'm going to look at what the uses of this acid: boric acid, citric acid, tartaric acid, and fatty acid. But of course, we're going to begin with boric acid, H3BO3, which is called what? Boric acid, right? It is also called boracic acid. Boracic acid can also be called orthoboric acid, and then it's also called trihydro uh, hydroxidoboron. All right, it's also called trihydroxidoboron. All right, so these are the names of H3BO3: boric acid, boracic acid, orthoboric acid, trihydroxidoboron. All right, these are the names, right, of what this acid. All right, now let's see what the uses. The uses now. Number one, is for making insecticides. As usual, let me just write it out so that it becomes very clear. It is used for making insecticides, germicides, and antiseptic. All right. So it is very, very useful in making what insecticide. We know what insecticides are, right? We know what germicides are, right? And then we know what antiseptics are. All right. All these are to use to to kill mosquitoes and what have you. The germicide and herbicide and antiseptic is for to prevent what germs. All right. So this is one of the wonderful uses of what of the boric acid. But then let's see another use. It is used as a flame retardant. It is used as a flame retardant. What does that mean? It means that it is used as what? As a fire extinguisher. You know what fire extinguisher is, right? All right. So it is used for what? To reduce flame. So a place that is burning, right? Then we can use what boric acid to reduce what the flame. All right. That's what fire extinguisher is all about. So it is used as what? As a flame retardant. Then of course, number three, it is used as an absorber of neutrons. All right. So what the boron in boric acid, the boron element boron in boric acid can be used to what to reduce thermal fission by using what to reduce what by used to absorb what thermal neutrons. So it absorbs what thermal what neutrons in thermal fission. All right. So it helps to make nuclear energy safe. All right. So boric acid was very useful in absorbing of neutrons. So it helps to make nuclear energy safer for use. All right. So let's see another use. It is used for the treatment of some conditions like acne, like atlas foot, like bacterial vaginosis. Those of you that you have girls on your WhatsApp status that sell this cream, you see them advertising boric acid. Boric acid, come and buy boric acid. It's used for what? For treatment of some conditions. Like example is bacterial vaginosis, right? It's a condition for the vagina, like when too many bacteria can be produced right in the vagina, right? So it imbalances or unbalances the bacterial level, right? The natural bacterial level of the vagina. So it leads to a condition called bacterial vaginosis. Let's see, it's used for the treatment of some conditions, e.g., acne, right? Athlete's foot, and bacterial vaginosis. All right. So, like I said, what bacterial vaginosis is, it happens when the natural bacterial level of the vagina is not balanced. When it's not balanced, when too many bacteria are produced, it leads to a condition called bacterial vaginosis. So boric acid helps to balance that level, that bacterial level in the vagina. All right. So let's see another use. It is used for preservation of food, especially in combination with ethylene glycol. It is used in the preservation of food, especially in combination with ethylene glycol. All right. So it's also used for the preservation of food. All right. Now, lastly, even in your LCD flat panel display, it is very, very well useful. It's used in the manufacture of glass. Boric acid is helpful. It is used in the manufacture of glass, especially those used in LCD flat panel display. All right, so it is very useful that you know these uses. All right, we say it is used for making insecticides, germicides, and antiseptic. Then it is used as a flame retardant. So it can be useful as a fire extinguisher. Then it is used as an absorber of neutrons. like I've explained to you. It helps to make nuclear energy what safer. All right, so it is used for what? For the treatment of what? Of some condition like acne, athlete foot, and what? Bacterial vaginosis. I've explained what the condition bacterial vaginosis is, right? They say it is used in the preservation of food, especially in combination with what? With ethylene glycol. They say it is used in the manufacture of glass, especially those used in LCD flat panel display. So these are some of the uses of what? Of boric acid, or the what? Boracic acid, or the orthoboric acid, or the trihydroxido boron. All right. So please hesitate to what? To know what some of these uses, and of course now we're going to what? See the next what? Acid, which is what? Citric acid. Okay. So citric acid. All right. Also called 2-hydroxyl propan 1,2,3 tricarboxylic acid. All right, so this is the other name for citric what? Acid, having a chemical formula of C6. All right, C6H8O7. Right, this is the chemical formula for what? For citric acid. All right, now let's quickly see the uses of what? Of citric what? Acid. Like I've said, it is what? A very popular component in what? In soft drinks. All right, so let's see what the uses. So I'll say uses here. One, it's used as a flavoring agent. I say, okay, so it is used now. It is used as a flavoring agent in soft drinks and fruit juices and fruit juices. All right, so as I say, it's very popular in what? In soft drinks. All right, so it is used as a flavoring agent to add flavor to what? So what? To soft drinks and what? And fruit what? Juices. All right, so another what? Use of what? Of citric acid is of course as a preservative. As a preservative. So citric acid is used what? As a what? As a preservative in what? In food and what? And beverages. All right, it's used as a preservative in food and what? Beverages. All right, so that is what another what? Wonderful use of what? Of citric what? Acid. All right, apart from it used as a flavoring agent in soft drinks and what? Fruit juices, it's also used as a preservative in food and beverages. Now also it is also used, it is used as a chelating agent. All right, so chelating agent, they are what? They are like what? They are ligands. They are like ligands. All right, so they're able to form what? Coordination with complexes with what? With metals. All right, so citric acid is what? Very useful as what? As a chelating agent. So it can also be called sequestering agent. They can also be called chelators. They can also be called chelants. They can also be called sequestering agents. Sequestering agents. All right, so it is useful as what? As chelating agent, as chelators, chelants, or sequestering what? Agent. They all mean the same what thing. All right, so in case you see anyone anywhere, you'll be able to what? To know what is what. All right, so that's what another use for what? For citric acid. Now also it is used for descaling. It is used. It is used for descaling. That is, we have talked about the scaling before, removing or removal of scales from household appliances like boilers and evaporators. All right. So this is what another what used for what? For citric acid. This is used for what? For descaling, removal of what? Of scales from what? From boilers and what? And evaporator. I explain what scales are, right? If you have used what? A kettle for too long, and I begin to see some white things on the bottom, at the bottom of the what? Of the kettle, or maybe a boiler too, even your pressing iron, right? So once you can use what? Citric acid what? To remove those scales from what? From those kettles, from those household appliances, kettles, iron, pressing iron, boilers, evaporators, and what have you. All right, so Lastly, it is also used. It is used as a pH adjusting agent in creams and gels of all kinds. All right, so it is also used as a pH adjusting agent. So reduces the pH in creams and and gels of all kinds, so that it does not cause burns or cause any other reaction or peel your skin. All right, so citric acid is useful as as a pH adjusting agent in creams and gels. So let's quickly see the uses of tartaric acid now. Let's go to tartaric acid. Tartaric acid. All right, so this one also has the chemical formula of course C4H6O6. All right, very simple, C4H6O6. All right, it also has other names like also called the racemic. This is RACE, racemic acid. It's also called uvic acid, right? It's also called 2,3-dihydroxybutane dioic acid, right? It's also called 2,3-dihydroxysuccinic acid. Succinic acid. So any of these things will fly for tartaric acid, having a chemical formula of C4H6O6. Now, of course, the major part here is for the uses of tartaric acid. Uses. All right. So one of the first use is that tartaric acid is in combination with baking powder. That is NaH. Baking powder is NaHCO3. It can be used as a leavening agent. Leavening agents are agents that causes dough to rise. Like most people that bake, right? Anything that make something to rise, or those are called leavening agents. All right. So in combination with this baking soda, right? Baking powder rather. Sorry, it is used as it finds a function as as a leavening agent. It finds its function as a leavening agent. So let's read that out as usual. So I say in combination with baking powder. Is baking powder NaHCO3. In case you don't know, this is baking powder NaHCO3. In combination with baking powder, it is used as a leavening agents. Right? So those are those substances that causes dough to rise. All right, so just note that and no P. So I say tartaric acid in combination with baking powder, that is NaHCO3, is used as a leavening agent. That those substances are that causes dough to expand, to rise, especially in recipes, right? It is also in recipes. Let me just add that in recipes. So it's also a major component of wine. It is also a major acid found in wines. So tartaric acid is also very, very, very common. Commonly find in wines. So like say in combination with baking powder, NaHCO3, it is used as a leavening agent. Leavening agent. Those substances that cause dough to rise or expand are called leavening agents, right? So it is also a major acid found in wines. So let's see another use. It's used to give food their sour taste. But two, it is used to give foods their sour taste and used as an antioxidant. So that sour taste that you taste in food, right? Tartaric acid is very useful in that regard. So it's used to give food the sour or taste, and also used as what? As an antioxidant. So these are the uses, some of the uses that we're going to consider for what? For the tartaric acid, C4H6O6, also called racemic acid or the uric acid, or 2,3-dihydroxybutane acid, or the 2,3-dihydroxysuccinic acid, right? It is as in combination with baking powder, it is used as what? As a leavening agent, and of course it is used to give food their sour taste and used as an antioxidant. So let's quickly look at the last one, which is fatty acids. Fatty acids. All right, fatty acids. Fatty acids as a component of oils, they find application in the soap industry. Right, along with sodium hydroxide, NaOH, sodium hydroxide, right, in their saponification, reaction to produce soaps. All right, to produce soaps. All right, so fatty acids was a component of what? Of oils, and as a component of oils, they find application in the soap industry, right? Alongside with sodium hydroxide, which is NaOH, in that this reaction we call saponification water reaction. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to talk about that exclusively when we will start doing what? Organic chemistry, right? So in their saponification reaction to what? To produce what? Soap. So fatty acids are very, very useful. They are very, very useful in the soap industry. All right. So please, if you have not liked this video, that thing you are doing is very wrong. Liking the video will make other students to easily find this video and also learn. All right. So please click on that like button just below this video. And of course, if you have not subscribed to this channel, you are doing yourself a big harm. Right? Subscription is free on this channel. Just click on that red subscribe button just below the video so that once we publish another new video, you will be the first to know. You'll be notified on your phone that O3 Schools has published a new video. My name remains Owolabi Thank God, aka MC Oblo, and I'll see you in the next class.